Hey, it's Axel from Wild Tomorrow Fund. This is some camera trap footage from some of the research I've been doing on spotted hyenas for the last couple of years. Basically, this is a Nyala carcass, which is an antelope that I had put out very close to a spotted hyena den where I knew there was lots of cubs, but I didn't know how many, I didn't know their ages, and I also wanted to find out who are the mothers. So I strung up this carcass with some cable because the hyenas are very strong and even the cubs could potentially pull it away. So you can see here first, you have a couple young hyenas, maybe 4, 5, potentially 6 months old that are coming in investigating. They're going to go for the easy spots. So the anus, the mouth, the head, where there's already openings in the carcass. As you can see, spotted hyenas, especially the cubs, are amazingly inquisitive. There's in the background an adult that's coming in, and he or she is actually taking a crap. But hyenas, when they crap, they have a fatty white substance that they actually use as like a chemical marker. It's a scent marker, which they can use to mark their territory. So you can see this guy's pretty interested, but he's going to move on because he's on a mission to mark his territory. So here's a cub during the day that's really going for it, really loving the intestines. Cute. This guy's probably 5 months. You can see the black. Um, when they're born, they're all black, and then after 3 or 4 months, they start to gain their spots where that brown and the tan starts to come in, and it works its way from its head down. So you can sort of age them by how much black is still on their face and on the rest of their bodies. So this guy is really going for the gut there and just having a really good time. And you can see he just popped the stomach, and he gets a whiff of that, and he sort of backs away. He doesn't really like that. So the following night, another carcass has been out for over a day. This is the second night, and you can see that there's at least 3 of them. And from this information, I can already start to see who's maybe the higher ranking individuals, who has the higher ranking mother, just by how they're interacting and how they're moving around. Spotted hyena cubs at this age rarely would get a carcass like this. Usually, adults fight over carcasses, and even the low-ranking males might not even get good chunks of meat out of something like this. So this is quite a rare thing. These cubs are probably between 4 and 7 months old, depending on how high-ranking their mother is. They grow at different rates, so it's quite hard to tell. But they're in a phase in their life that's called the exploratory phase, where they go out, they wander. They're not really dependent on the den, but what they're really trying to do is just find anything they can to chew on, explore their areas, and continue to develop those jaws that are going to be so important to them. So they often will go out and try to find pieces of leather or even old shoes and just chew and chew and chew. So that was a very small cub that we haven't seen yet that was very excited, sort of making that cackling noise, that laughing noise, which is sort of they're anxious, they're not really sure, but they're also excited. And as you can see, it's because her mother's there, and she's obviously quite excited that her mother's there, and now she can sort of join in. And here we have some adults, and that's what I was looking for. You can see there's a bit of a bump under her belly, which tells me that she's a lactating female, so she's one of the mothers. Now there's a few of them here, and this is sort of where the carcass comes to an end. The camera trap footage goes on for quite a while, but you'll see that in a second they quite easily do what hyenas do, and they just pick up something that's 70 kgs, 150 pounds with their mouth, and just snag the whole thing away. And that's what a hyena is sort of built for. That's why they have that sloping back. It's because there's huge muscles in the front of their necks and in their front torso that they just use for pulling and ripping. And you can see right there, pick it up and go.